Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Downtime in the Ring. This week, yet again, we don't have Chris. He's really busy, just came back from vacation, has to catch up on his shoot job. But we do have a very special guest this week. We have a three-time MLW World Middleweight Champion. We have the young GOAT.
Yes, sir.
We have Myron Reed here. How are you, brother?
Hey, what's going on with you, man? I'm doing good. I'm
All
doing good.
right. Cool,
Enjoying the
man.
holidays.
Crazy time of the year. Craziest time of
Yeah,
the year, dude.
absolutely. For
Dude,
sure.
I'm we are stressing out over here trying to get as many recorded so we can just enjoy the next 2 weeks off.
I feel it.
What promotions are you with currently? What are you doing currently?
Well, right now, it's typically the end of the year, so things are slowing down. I'm just and working through the dark type deal. But some promotions I'm still working for. I've recently done some stuff with Impact, um, Rug Pro, DPW, like within the if we're talking like the past like 3 4 months, I've done some cool stuff. Revolver, Wrestling Revolver, a lot of other shows too. Like, man, I'm talking 10 to 12 a month. Things just like kind of slowed down this month. I probably only got like 5 or 6 bookings this month, so I'm just more so enjoying time with the boys, my kids, and in the gym, still working hard, training it 2 times a week. I'm still getting. I'm not really trying to like avoid just being all and on the internet and stuff like that as much. So I've just been trying to enjoy everything in the flesh in real life. You know what I mean?
Talk to me about the Bound for Glory taping that you did with the Rascals with Zachary Wentz. When you guys went up against Laredo Kid, Samurai Del Sol, and I can't remember who the last was. It Black Taurus?
No, it was no, so it was Laredo Kid, Black Taurus, and Juicy.
Oh, okay. How
Yep.
was that, dude? Like that's that is a I got jealous once I saw that, dude. I was so envious. I was like, that's cool, man.
Hell yeah, it was, man. It was a cool experience. I enjoyed it. I think Impact is freaking great. It's awesome. The locker room is amazing. The wrestlers are hungry. It's a place you want to be. It's a place, especially if you're trying to ignite that fire, definitely go to Impact, man. Those guys there are hungry and they're really good.
That in MLW, about your time in MLW.
I mean, MLW is, it's one of those things where, it helped me grow and I got to learn a lot there. I don't feel like, I just feel like it was a chapter of my life. Um, I'm grateful though for the things I accomplished there. But other than that, like, it's real that place was for me was more so a stepping stone. And then just preparation for the next big step.
I feel like that's what it is. I feel like that's what MLW is, and it doesn't get enough
Definitely.
credit for that because it gets you guys prepared for the impacts, the Ring of Honors, and then which gets you prepared for the AEWs and so on.
Definitely. No, you're right. You're definitely right. Um, you know, that's definitely one of those places. Like, there's places like you gotta kind of take it for what it is. You gotta get there, put your work in, and go somewhere else where you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready, whenever you hit that point in your career where you feel like you're ready for that step. And I felt like I was ready for that step. So like that's pretty much, it's all love though. I love MLW. I love the guys, the locker room and stuff. And I ain't never had a problem with nobody in the locker room. So
Hey,
I
that's all we
enjoyed it.
can ask for these days.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, that's all that we can ask for is everybody gets along in that freaking locker room. Or
Definitely.
Matt Cardona doesn't complain about water. Love you, Matt.
I mean, that situation is crazy too. Like, I think it's
Dude,
just
it is honestly, man.
no,
So,
it's crazy.
where did you get the young goat from? Where did that come
Well,
about?
if we're gonna talk about MLW, let's talk about MLW. So the Young Goat thing was originally like a tribute to like Muhammad Ali because he's from Louisville, Kentucky, such as myself. And Court kind of like was like maybe you should not the Young Goat thing, but he was like I think we should definitely do some like kind of resemblance. And I was like, what about the young goat? Hey, he was like, I like that idea. And, from there, it just went from being a cool idea to a moniker to like now it's a way of life for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So you have that in every aspect of your life.
You gotta live like that, man. You gotta live like that, and you gotta believe in yourself like that, or you're not gonna get where you want to get to. You gotta believe in yourself.
Okay.
You should.
I c-
Everybody should think they're the young goat or the goat. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you put the work in. Why not? Why not? You know.
And is that have you had that mentality even though you didn't have that name going through your entire career? Have you always had that chip on your shoulder that you are him, that you are one of the best?
Well, honestly, man, when I first started, I like for like the first like 5 years of my career, I probably was more so in the mindset of like just soaking up all of the opportunities that I was getting back then and being appreciative and thankful for it. And then time goes by, and like you understand like, okay, I've been putting the work in. I'm one of the fucking best. Um, it's like your mindset changes. You go from being, I'm happy to be here to I should have been here. You know what I mean? So that's how that changed for me. Like maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I feel like you just gotta go through some stuff. You gotta go through it. You gotta put some work in. You gotta go through some stuff. It's not easy believing in yourself, but if you love yourself, you should.
I agree
You know
with
what I
that. I,
mean?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. So going back into the beginning of your career, let's talk about that. What got you into wrestling?
Yeah, man. I feel like a lot of people have similar stories. Grandfather, grandmother, dad, mom, brother got him into wrestling. But like when I was like 4 or 5, my great grandmother would put on SmackDown, and all we would watch was The Rock, bro. Oh, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock. That's all she talked about. You obviously she had a crush on The Rock, like
Yeah.
this is The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock. So I'm 4 or 5, so it's like me, like, oh, that's my favorite too, like.
Yeah.
And then I seen Stone Cold, and then at first I didn't like him, and then I liked him, and then after that, like the rest of history. I had all the action figures, all the toys, the video games when I was younger. Probably games I was too young to be playing, but I still was trying to play them. And then eventually, like I started backyard wrestling when I know it's probably frowned upon, but hey, a
No,
lot of us do it.
no,
A
we're
lot of
we're
us
gonna
do.
talk about that. I want to learn a little bit more about that.
Yeah, for sure. I backyard wrestle from probably like 2012 to like 2015, like right before I started wrestling.
Oh,
I mean, I was
okay.
I was like finishing up when I was training. So I did that. I kind of ran my own ship. Like I literally recorded the shows, like written the script and edited the videos and put it on YouTube. And I I there I don't know if you know Fuego del Sol.
I that he's like a dream interview, dude. I've been trying to get
Oh
with
yeah,
him, man. He's a cool
Fuego's
dude.
awesome. I can maybe help you with that. But so Fuego was like a backyarder, and they were like a super popular backyard, like his like thing he was running. He's doing everything that I was doing, and he inspired the fuck out of me, man. He's inspired the hell out of me. So I started my own stuff. Eventually, da da da. Years go by, and he eventually goes pro, and we finally meet each other and wrestle each other. And he's showing me like how to properly do stuff. We're like locking up, and he's showing me wrist locks and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, if he can do it, why can't I?
Yeah.
So, and I remember, I don't know, he was killing it. He was doing cool things, and I was inspired. I've always been inspired by him. And so I went pro myself, and the rest was history, literally. But we all have our people that we look up to in wrestling, like the people that you watch on TV and stuff like that. But if you got to talk about like people that motivate you, that like Fuego was definitely one of those guys for me.
hearing like all his the videos that he has of him just be trying to coach and giving those
Mhm.
seminars, yeah, I could tell he's very motivational.
He is, and he's very smart too. He's very, very smart guy.
So
Good dude too. Good dude too.
before we
Yeah.
go into like a fandom of Fuego del Sol for 30 minutes, I want I want to
Shout out
talk
Fuego. Shout out Fuego.
I want to talk about the backyard wrestling, and I know that
Oh
it's
shoot.
weird. So it's
Okay.
weird when you bring it up because there are people in the wrestling community who are like, it's like Voldemort and Harry Potter. You don't speak
Yeah.
about it, but then you're also like, so do we not talk about the Young Bucks
Right.
or, CM Punk or yourself? Like, obviously, not
Yeah.
every backyard wrestler is the stereotypical one. We have people who obviously went from backyard to pro and have done amazing things. So I want to talk a little bit about that, about the backyard wrestling.
Yeah. So
What
what's up?
gave you
What's
the
your
idea?
um watching freaking Fuego, man? Like I mean, as a kid, we were freaking flipping through all the YouTubes and
Yeah,
wrestling, like, because wrestling wasn't on TV enough for us back in the day, man. Like it is now. Like you got to see it maybe once or 2 days a week,
yeah.
and so we were fishing for more wrestling to watch, like, and we came across backyard wrestling, and we was like, what the hell are they doing? And then we watched it, and like it was kind of cool. So I was like, man, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try this. We're gonna record it. We're gonna run our own stuff, because we did it the first couple of times, and it was like, what the fuck? But eventually, it turned out pretty cool. So like, it was fun. It definitely motivated me to do where I'm to pretty much be where I'm at today. Like it I don't know. When you work hard and you like put your all in the stuff, you understand what people talk about when they be like, you got a firing desire towards your dreams and passions. Cause all like your whole life you don't really understand. Like I didn't understand what that meant until now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you
yeah, that
dude,
that definitely helped build that foundation.
honestly, you sound like, you know, you've been doing this for like 10, 15 years, and in reality, you're a year older than me. Like you're like we're not that old, but you have
No,
that
hell yeah,
mentality
man.
of like you've done this for so long.
I think the backyard wrestling, man, I think it's just all of it and combined, like just being involved in it so long. And you know, when you wrestle, and I've just been blessed, bro. Like the 7 years of my career, I've been blessed to like have over 1,000 matches. People in 10 years in their career don't even have 1,000 matches. A lot of people. So I've been blessed to get the credibility as far as like being able to wrestle everywhere and wrestle anyone. Like I've wrestled really good wrestlers. I've wrestled I don't think is that great. It's just,
Yeah.
like I've had to be tested in any type of big guys, little guys, guys that fly, guys that are technical, guys that want to are powerhouses. Like I've wrestled every type of wrestler. Like I've had 1,000 matches to do that. So like that has really prepared me.
What are some of the matches that stick out to you the most?
Damn. Um, I'm gonna just talk about but anyways, I'm just gonna talk about this year because like I feel like that's super fresh on my brain. I had some really good matches with people like Jay Malachi at DPW.
Oh, okay.
Jake something.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, we had a really good match at DPW. That was shoot. I mean, I've had some really fun matches. I mean MOW. I've got to have some good matches with Matt Cross, Bandito, Tajiri. Um, I mean, I have had a lot of fun matches. I've had a lot of fun matches, but this year for me, what sticks out the most is definitely the Jay Malachi match and the Jake something match. Those are definitely two of my favorite ones this year.
I like that. I like that you give a shout out to Jake something. That I like watching the way he works in the ring. It's definitely interesting.
No, he's like not human. He's not human, man. Like, there's no way you're that strong, big, and just mobile and athletic. Like, no, Jake's definitely one of the ones.
So Real quick, back onto, your backyard wrestling. Can people still find the videos or did you take
You
them all
can,
down?
you definitely can. I'm not gonna delete it. I don't care. Like it's the past. It's what am I gonna lie about? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. So where can we
it's the
find
kid
them
me.
at?
You gotta go to my YouTube channel. Just look my name up. You'll find it. It's not
Oh,
hard at all. Yep.
okay.
It's
I
it's down
definitely
there. You
want
got to
to.
scroll. You might have to scroll a little bit, but you'll find it. Like it's there.
Yeah, I definitely want to look at them. I enjoy it. I never see it as a way to make fun of somebody. I like to see how each and every wrestler gets their start because everybody, no
And where you
matter
come
what.
from, like you get to see how much people have grown and stuff like that. It's still a cool
Yeah,
thing to see to me. I like watching it sometimes. Sometimes you got to remind yourself, like, dude, I've come this far. Like, pick your head up. You know what I mean? So yeah,
you went from being somebody who, maybe at first you didn't even think that you were going to be able to become a professional wrestler, and now look, you've wrestled some of the best
absolutely.
around the world.
Yeah, I told you, man. I've definitely been blessed to have some great matches, but you know, it's not just. I mean, it's definitely being blessed, but like you got to put the work in. You gotta hit people up, and you gotta be ready to get yourself these bookings and stuff because that's just not gonna happen overnight for you. You know, so like it's a lot of hard work, but when you love what you do, it doesn't seem like hard work.
So I think probably this is going to be really good for young wrestlers who are, want to say like under 5 years or still
Yeah,
training.
I
How
got
many
you.
bookings did you, or how many people did you reach out before you got that lucky booking that somebody believes in you? How many emails did you
Um,
send out? How many DMs did you do?
well, for me, I've sent out a lot of resumes and emails, and like I think like a lot of people have, but I've a lot. Like and a lot of no's and a lot of unreads. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people that didn't read my messages back then are hitting me up today. That's just how this goes. Like you just keep putting the work in. And that's how I go. So like I don't know. Yeah, like a lot of people, a lot of those promotions have I hit up didn't hit me back, and it just slowly grew as I had more bookings and showed my worth more. You know what I mean? And the more bookings you get, the more people see you. And I was like really good at putting my content out there. As far as like before it was like super popular to like put content out. It was 2016, I was still putting highlights of my matches and everything. 2016, not even a year in, and people see that stuff too. And I got a lot of bookings that way too. So that it's just the wrestling so many matches. That's what helped me get to where I'm at now, and I'm blessed for it. I'm blessed that even the people that said no, it motivated me, and then the people that said yes, I got bookings out of it, and what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and maybe more. So
What scared you about that? What scared you when you were like, okay, cool, I'm going to be a professional wrestler. I'm going to put not only my body, but, my family, everything on the line with me as I go through this crazy part of my life. What scared you about it?
at first, the only thing that scared me was shit, because I don't know. I think about it now. I think the only thing that scared me was failing because I've always loved wrestling, and wrestling has never to me seemed like a job or like I loved it so much when I first started. I was like, I just love what I like. I backyard wrestle. I didn't get hurt backyard wrestle. I had fun doing that. But as I became a pro, like I wasn't thinking about, it wasn't. I mean, everybody knows like you could get hurt doing. It's like playing basketball. Like
Yeah.
everybody knows you could get hurt doing anything. But I overlooked it. I did that never crossed my mind. Really. I just was having fun out there, doing crazy shit and just having fun. Like that's just I don't know. That's where my mentality was. My only fear was failing because I knew in school maybe people made wrestling a joke, and I'm like I gotta make it so people can see that this is not a joke. This is cool. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's really was my fear starting out. I never had a fear of getting hurt really like that.
I want to say like 2016. at least for like our generation, 2016 is when wrestling started hitting that come up
Hmm.
where people were starting to respect it a lot more. And I think that was
Yeah,
probably like a little bit of a golden age for some of you guys to, start your career and look where it's brought you now.
yeah.
You can go to places like Pro or like Wrestling Revolver and they just had Ronda Rousey.
It's good. It's a good thing for us. We need it. More money for all of us. More money for everybody.
Yes.
We need more money. We need more money. This is tough. This is what we do is tough, and we put a
What
lot into it. So hopefully,
what is
there's
your
more.
what's your goal? Like say 5 years from now, you'll be in your early 30s. What's your goal? Where do you want to be in your
Um.
career?
Uh. For me, I just want. I don't like every day. I feel like where I want to go and what I want to do changes. Like is like I for real, man. My goal is to just be very successful, successful enough to where I can help push other people and like myself and make sure my family is taken care of.
Yeah.
And I'm able to give back. Like that's really where I'm hoping I'm at. Like I want to be somewhere that is definitely reckonable. Anywhere big. Like definitely one big money. Like of course big money,
Yeah.
Myron, big money, Myron in 5 years for sure.
I want to say that it might mean something, it might mean nothing. Okay, I'm gonna give you a compliment. I'm gonna say this: doing this episode, you're helping us out because you are a
Okay,
big name, especially on the indies, man. And who knows? Even next year, dude, you may get signed somewhere. You may be
you never know. Yeah,
with Ring of Honor. You may be with AEW. If you are, dude, that's gonna be insane. There's some big money matches I'd love to see you go up against. One being Swerve, dude. I want to see you guys in this form.
yeah,
You guys go up against each other.
that'd be sick.
Who's an opponent that you see currently and you're like, man, I have to have a match with him before this is all said and done.
Right now, for me, one of the people I want to wrestle again is somebody that I've wrestled a couple times already. They're just they're big time now. Like I wanna definitely get a that rematch in with Carmelo Hayes. Like that's one of the ones I want. Like we've had some bangers on the indies, and I wanna fight him again for sure. Like he's the man. You gotta to beat the man, you gotta beat the man. So
Ironic, because I said that you are him at the beginning of the episode.
it went through my head as soon as you said it, man. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. And
I think that question's gonna get asked
you want to
for
go
real.
up against him one more
Yeah,
time.
I'm gonna go against him one more time. He's the man for sure.
I love that. I love that you chose Carmelo Hayes. I'm a big Carmelo Hayes guy,
Me too,
especially at Stand and Deliver last year when he had the Laker gear. He came out with the banners. That was perfect.
man.
I love that entrance.
He does some cool stuff, man, for sure. Like that's why you want to wrestle people that you want to fight people that that's gonna elevate you and it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you grow. That's something I feel like that we could do for each other. Like we would definitely help each other grow as far as like in the ring as fighters.
Are you now because after you said that, are you very particular about the bookings that you take now that you're at this point in your career?
Right now, yes and no, not really. So, I like helping. I'm like I like helping people that are on their way up. I also like challenging myself. So, and I also like making money. So I'm here to make bread because I am not a contracted wrestler, and this is my only form of living. So I'm, where the money resides, the young goat is at.
Okay. So it doesn't really matter. You'll take on anybody.
Unless like if it pays well, yeah, yeah, I'll
Hey,
fight you. Yeah, I'll fight you if it pays well.
so international superstar, what does international mean? Have you wrestled in Japan, in Mexico, Canada? Where have you been?
Okay, so I've done Mexico. I've been to Mexico maybe 10 times, close to 10 times. I've wrestled there close to 10 times. No, more than 10 times, but I've been there close to 10 times. Um, Canada, I've been to and wrestled for sure multiple times. Um, I have not been to the UK yet or Japan, but international is Canada and
Yeah.
Mexico.
So,
Man,
what would you tell somebody that is currently training or wants to become a wrestler? What is the one thing that you would say to them?
fuck. It changes, but I would say right now, get the fucking reps in. Get the reps in, man. Like matches, training, gym, like get the reps in the ring, get the reps in. Like make sure you're training, make sure you're wrestling and getting as many matches as you can. Like this shit's important. Like this is your career is like you're like a NBA 2K my player. Like every game you play, every practice you get more skill points. Think of it like that. So make sure you're on it. And also when you see and you watch yourself slowly get better, it's gonna motivate you to, and it's gonna create that drive even more than you already have now. So get the reps in, guys. That's
Get
my
the
advice.
get the reps in because
Yeah,
there's a few schools that we know, and I love when they hear these episodes because I try to get as much motivation from each wrestler that we interview as I can because
yeah,
like I said, all of your stories are different. Your
yeah,
story
absolutely.
could be different or probably is different than Zilla Fatu's, who we've had on, or Brooke Havoc.
Hmm.
So I always want to peek into your minds more about that. What makes you you though? How was Myron Reed created in the ring?
Well, funny enough, you ask. Myron Reed is Myron Reed. This is my real name. This is me. Like I've I've literally taken what I already am as someone that's motivated, that goes hard, that's a goat, I feel like. And these are all the things that I feel about myself combined into one. And I'm able to create that character as something I love the most, a wrestler, something I grew up admiring and admiring and looking up to. I get to do that for other people now. So that's what the young goat is what I loved and what I loved, or what I loved and what I wanted to be and see as a kid. I'm doing it for my kid self, and I'm doing it for ones that's coming up.
See, I like that because we always have something different. This is you, no turned up to 11. This is just the person you are. We've had people
Yeah,
who, the moment they step into the ring, they're
it's not a
confident.
gimmick, brother.
They're themselves. We've had
It is.
people
It's not.
that have had to tone it down while they're in the ring because they're like, I don't know if this will sell who I am, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
turn it down a little bit. So I enjoy that. I like hearing that it's just you. That's who you are.
I just feel like whatever you do and in wrestling, like you just got to believe it, and everybody else will follow suit. I'm telling you, it might take a little time, but you just got to believe it. You got to believe what you're doing. You got to believe what you're selling.
And how crazy is it like for us that this can be your career, this can be your legacy. You are working towards, obviously you want to be contracted, big money Myron, but that this is your career. How crazy is that? Because when we were growing up, nobody would believe that. They'd believe that you'd have to, get signed to WWE and they instantly turn on a machine and you're a wrestler. Like nobody believed that when we were growing up.
Right, and people and casual people that don't really understand or watch this think that same thing. And when you have people around you always like, "Why you so good? Why have you been signed yet? Why haven't you been signed yet?" When that, like, for me, it's just like I said, like you said, sorry. You just got I have to retell myself the same thing um every day. Like you're literally living and paying your bills, taking care of your kids, doing everything you need, investing in yourself, all that stuff with the money from the dream that you have been loving all your life. So I have to tell myself sometimes, yes, times get hard, and you may believe you deserve to be signed right now, but we're still having fun and we're completely and extremely blessed for everything that we're doing right now. So I have to remind myself that every day, like you're blessed, and once you're happy, I feel like those things start to come. All the real blessings. I think it's just one of those things where you gotta where God is pretty much telling you like, hey, let's appreciate this first, and then we can get you to the bigger things. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. But I'm thankful for this. Wrestling is awesome.
Yeah, you're doing something that not a lot of people our age are getting to do. You're living your
Yeah,
dream. You're not at Home Depot or Target or anything and punching in and working the 8 hours and being like, man, I wish I could do that. You're like, you know what? Okay, cool. We're gonna work towards it. It's gonna be tough, but I'm
yeah.
here. I get to do it.
Really.
That's how you build fans, man. Really, it is because we see that. We understand it. Yeah. It's probably not easy for him, but maybe that's why I buy another shirt. Maybe that's why you know, I tell people that I know out here in New Mexico, hey man, book him. He's
Yeah.
coming. He's good. It's gonna be big money, but still, it's gonna be worth it out here in the Sandias. So,
And you guys don't even understand it, like how much you're doing for us as just supporters. Like you guys are doing a lot for us. Like you just mentioning to a promotion. If I've never wrestled in New Mexico, and you mentioning to a promotion like, "Hey, check this guy out. He's got to bring him in," and I get brought in, you just made me money, and you just got me more exposure. Like you know what I'm saying? You guys do so much for us. So for sure, we appreciate you guys as much as you appreciate us.
oh, definitely. So, I think it's good enough. I think we had a good icebreaker. So currently, I'm training to be
Oh
a
shit!
wrestler. So
Oh
I
yeah,
think that's a good enough icebreaker. I think we had enough time. So when I talk about, there's a promotion in New Mexico, it's the promotion that I am training with.
okay.
And the big thing is, I don't know if you've met him on the Indies. I have no idea. Gino Rivera. Gino
I love
told you so.
Gino. Gino is awesome.
Bro, that is awesome. He's
Gino's
gonna
dope. I like Gino.
I
Gino's cool.
I love it. Oh, dude, that's so cool. So I am part of his I'm one of his kids
That's
over
dope.
at OTR.
Okay. Hell
We're
yeah. That you I would have never known if you didn't say it. That's really cool, bro. Like keep going.
that dude. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Every time we do these interviews and they're like, "Oh, dude, I love Gino." I'm like, "He has been everywhere." And
Gino's a cool guy.
that's he he's my motivation, like how you talk about Fuego, is that
Yeah.
he's been doing this for so long. And instead of being like a grizzled old veteran that, is only looking out for himself, he takes his time with each and every one of us to make sure
Hmm.
that we will eventually be ready to go out and do our thing. And I think this is probably a more easier way of making connections when when we don't travel to shows is meeting people like you guys on a podcast.
This is actually really cool. I mean, like a lot of people, a lot of the best people had their opposite of way in the business. Like you gotta think like Kanye West. Like this man started by making beats for people. He wasn't a musician at first. He wasn't making music at first for people. He made beats for people, and
Yeah,
then that was his foot in the door. So like while other people aren't making these connections, you are. So this is a really smart way of like what you're doing is really smart. It's really smart
yeah, man.
because now I know you, and everybody you interviews knows you, and you're not only doing that, but you're helping other people out too. Like you guys, it's a mutual exchange. Like
It
you're doing
is.
dope stuff.
It
Keep
is,
it up.
man. I also you're gonna suffer from the fact that now that I have interviewed you, you're gonna get the occasional like happy holidays text that I do
Nah,
to
it's okay.
everybody.
All
So
good,
I hope
man.
you're ready for that, man.
It's all good, man.
I always like to check in on everybody that I interview, make sure that you guys are all doing good in your career, man. I always get excited.
Love it.
So, other than wrestling, what also inspires you?
Making music, man. I feel like when I'm home and that's my way to express myself. Like I just go there and I let it out, man. I let it out. I get to talk about how I feel and make it sound cool. So it all like it helps motivates me like with wrestling too because you make good music. If you just start doing stuff that's good and not just wrestling, it builds that confidence even more. So and everything in wrestling is like to me is like 75% confidence. It's like 75% confidence. Everything else is everything. Like you got to be confident.
So, with making music, is that how you met I guess, another mutual friend of ours, Montezi? Is that how you met him through making music?
I met Montezi through Swerve, but yes and no. Like before we there was music, I knew who they were. Like we're cool. Like because of Swerve, and that's like one of his best friends, or whatever. Like that's how I kind of met brother. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's how I met him. Before the music stuff, before he probably was making music forever, but I didn't really know he made music until we started like talking and stuff like that. So yeah, it was definitely because of Swerve though.
Definitely because of Swerve.
Yeah, I'm just how I met him.
Oh, okay.
But
So,
yeah, I definitely know him.
yeah. Yeah, he helped us out a lot with this one. I always show him appreciation for that, man.
No, he's a good dude.
So, as we begin to wind down, what is the one thing you want to leave as your legacy? Now, that doesn't have to be, you know,
Jesus, I don't even like. Damn, that's just like one of those ones where it's like I really hope that it's like I don't have to think about that for a long time. But since you asked, I feel like I wanna. I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a point like this is what I have to figure out in life. I feel like I don't like. I feel like I deserve to be there, but I don't know what I want. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't. I don't know. I just want to do. I want to be remembered and to do really cool stuff.
yeah,
Like inspire other people. I just want to do what people did for me. That's literally what I want my legacy to be. Is to inspire people like the ones that inspired me did. It's the same thing. Like and make sure whenever that bucket list is made, I complete it.
yeah.
That's where I'm at.
I'm laughing because the way you just looked, you were like, damn, he asked me this one. Shit.
Yeah, because I'm like, I've like just since I've been a free agent, man, like life's just been like I don't even know what I want to do. I don't know. Like I don't know what's the future looks like. I'm just working my ass off and getting better. That's just where we're at.
So, where can everybody find you?
Just check me out on social media, Twitter, the Bad Read, Instagram, it's reads.world. And I'm on Facebook too. You can just look my name up. But also I wanted to promote I got an album dropping uh Friday, December 15th. Dark Tapes 2. And it's lit. I got some people you guys might know on the album. I got Leo Rush on there with me. Uh
You have Man
I
of the
mean
Hour, Leo Rush.
that's yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh,
He's on there. He's on there. He's on there. I have what total of maybe 3 features on there, I think. I got Matt Diesel on there. And one of my producers on there as well. It's a really good album. It's dope. It's dope. It's definitely my best work. So I definitely if people are listening and want to go listen because it's good. It's a vibe.
yeah. Everybody go to his Instagram, look at the Dark Tapes 2 uh, photo that he has, and then look at
Yep.
his video of him dancing in his studio.
Yeah. Check it all out. Maybe dance too when you watch
But
it.
so, is it going to be on Spotify?
Yeah, it's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be
Okay, cool.
everywhere.
So we're going to be
Yeah.
able. Can we bookmark it or no?
You can, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So it'll be
I can
out
link
the
you.
the day before this drops. So yesterday it came out. Go give it a listen, share it with
Okay.
everybody. Let's get him promoted. Let's get his name out there more. Let's see how many states
Sure.
he can add to his 2024 list cuz I would love to
I
see
like that.
him
Yeah.
go to more and more places. You ever been to Texas?
I've been plenty of times, man. I've definitely been to Texas plenty
Well,
of
I don't
times.
know where you've been. Okay, let's get him in
I
Texas again.
yeah. But yeah, I've been to Texas plenty. I just was at Texas last weekend. I was in VIP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was at VIP.
Let's
I'm a
get him to
champion
more
at
places.
VIP. I'm a
All right.
champion at VIP.
Any final words? You got any final thoughts? Anything you want the people to hear, say, how you want to
Um,
motivate them, anything like that?
Follow your fucking dreams, man. And stop doubting yourself. Follow your dreams and stop doubting yourself. Take control of your life. You want to do it? Go fucking do it.
Hey, I like that.
And
All
go
right,
listen to
ladies,
Dark Tapes too, man.
and listen to Dark Tapes too. Ladies and
Sure.
gentlemen, that was this week's episode. I hope you guys remember to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.